Imagine the person you trust most in the world standing up, putting on shoes, picking up keys, and walking toward the door like none of this matters. No explanation. No apology. No sign that something important is happening. Just the sound of a lock clicking shut behind them. And then silence. For humans, this is routine. An ordinary moment repeated every day without emotion. But for me, it never feels ordinary. Because from where I stand, every departure feels biologically wrong. You call it going to work, running errands, meeting friends, living life. But to a dog, it feels like something much older. Like the pack separating on purpose. And deep inside instincts that were built long before houses existed. That makes no sense at all. Humans think dogs are emotional because we wag our tails. Because we get excited. Because we wait by windows and run to doors. But what if that behavior is not simple happiness? What if it is survival psychology? What if domestication did not erase ancient attachment systems, but intensified them? Because the truth is, dogs were never designed to understand modern human disappearance. Wolves move together. Packs rest together. Hunt together. Sleep together. Separation in nature usually means danger, injury, exile, or death. So when you leave the house every morning and act like it's completely normal, your dog experiences something evolution never prepared it for. Intentional absence without visible reason. And that changes the way we experience time itself. Humans leave while understanding return. Dogs experience the gap in between. That gap is everything. You see, humans have something psychologists call object permanence. The understanding that something continues to exist even when it disappears from sight. Dogs have versions of this too. More than people used to believe. We remember. We anticipate. We recognize patterns. We know you still exist after leaving. But emotionally, something different happens. The nervous system doesn't fully relax into logic. Because attachment is not intellectual. It's biological. And biology does not care about your calendar. When you grab your keys, my body reacts before thought even begins. Your routine becomes prediction. Prediction becomes anxiety. The shoes. The jacket. The shift in energy. The subtle emotional withdrawal before you even touch the door. Dogs notice all of it. Humans think they hide emotions well because other humans are distracted by language. But dogs evolved around nervous systems, not words. We study breathing, eye tension, movement speed, tiny emotional fluctuations most people never notice. And over time, your departures develop a pattern. You stop making eye contact near the door. Have you noticed that? Many humans do it unconsciously. They avoid emotional acknowledgement before leaving because part of them already knows separation hurts, even if only slightly. So they create rituals of emotional minimization. Be right back. See you later. It's okay. But your body says something else. Your body says, disconnect now. And dogs feel that shift immediately. Not because we understand language, but because we understand attachment. This is where things become psychologically interesting. Humans often describe dogs as dependent, clingy, emotionally needy. But modern psychology suggests something deeper may be happening. Attachment systems work both ways. Dogs bond to humans with extraordinary intensity. But humans also regulate themselves emotionally through dogs more than they realize. You pet us when stressed. Talk to us when lonely. Sit near us after difficult days. Hug us during emotional collapse. Your nervous system changes around us. Heart rate lowers. Cortisol decreases. Oxytocin increases. In many homes, dogs are not pets. They are emotional stabilizers. And that creates a strange contradiction. Humans depend emotionally on dogs, while pretending dogs are the dependent ones. Which explains something fascinating. Many people cannot leave the house without saying goodbye to their dog. Not because the dog requires it, because they do. The ritual comforts the human nervous system too. But dogs experience departures differently because we do not organize life around abstract future thinking. Humans say, "I'll be back in 6 hours." To a dog, 6 hours is not a concept. Presence is real. Absence is real. Clock time is not. That means your departure is not measured in schedules. It is measured in nervous system exposure, in uncertainty, in waiting. And waiting changes the brain. Scientists studying separation anxiety in dogs discovered something important. Anticipation itself can become stressful long before the owner actually leaves. The anxiety starts during preparation. The keys become symbolic. Shoes become symbolic. Even certain sounds trigger emotional activation. Not because dogs are irrational, because the brain learns patterns to protect attachment. And once attachment becomes central to emotional safety, separation activates survival systems automatically. But here is the uncomfortable part. Humans often experience the same thing. You just hide it better. People check phones obsessively after emotional attachment forms. Feel nervous when messages stop. Experience abandonment fear in relationships. Panic during silence. Adults call it overthinking. Psychologists call it attachment insecurity. The same nervous system mechanisms appear everywhere. Because attachment is not weakness. It is one of the oldest survival technologies on Earth. No social species survives alone for long. And dogs may simply express this reality more honestly than humans do. Humans train themselves to normalize separation. Careers require it. Modern life requires it. Cities are built around temporary disconnection. Leave home. Leave family. Leave community. Leave emotions behind long enough to function. Productivity rewards emotional compartmentalization. Dogs never adapted to that system, which is why your dog waiting at the door feels emotionally uncomfortable to watch. Because somewhere deep inside, you recognize the purity of that attachment, the absence of emotional masking. Dogs do not pretend distance feels natural. Humans do. And maybe that's why dogs affect people so deeply. Not because they are simple, but because they reflect emotional truths humans spend years learning how to suppress. Think about what a dog actually does after you leave. At first, many remain alert, listening, tracking sounds outside, monitoring footsteps, maintaining hope. Then slowly energy changes. Some sleep, some pace, some stay near windows or doors. Not because they misunderstand reality, but because attachment maintains orientation. Waiting becomes a form of connection. And when you finally return, something remarkable happens. The reaction often looks disproportionate to humans. Extreme excitement, jumping, tail wagging, emotional explosion. Humans laugh because from their perspective, they only left temporarily. But your dog experiences something different. The restoration of the pack. The nervous system returning to safety. The emotional world becoming stable again. And suddenly, the excitement no longer looks irrational. It looks ancient. This becomes even more powerful when we understand what selective breeding did to dogs over thousands of years. Humans unconsciously shaped animals that became hyper-attuned to human emotional states. Dogs learn to read pointing gestures, eye direction, tone shifts, facial tension. In some ways, dogs understand human emotional energy better than humans understand each other. Which means your dog probably notices emotional changes in you long before other people do. Stress, sadness, burnout, loneliness. Dogs often respond before words ever appear. And that leads to one of the strangest psychological questions of all. Who is actually taking care of whom? Because sometimes it seems less like humans own dogs, and more like dogs emotionally monitor humans for survival. The golden retriever waiting at the door is not just waiting for food, or routine, or entertainment. It is waiting for emotional continuity, for the social world to feel complete again. And maybe humans underestimate how psychologically profound that really is. Because modern culture celebrates independence above almost everything. Need nobody. Depend on nobody. Stay detached. Stay productive. But dogs represent the opposite philosophy entirely. Connection as default. Attachment as survival. Presence as safety. And maybe that's why humans feel calmer around dogs than around most people. Dogs do not negotiate emotional presence. They simply offer it. Fully. Without irony. Without performance. Without pretending separation feels natural when it doesn't. So when your dog watches you leave the house every morning, something deeper than routine is happening. An ancient attachment system is trying to understand a modern world built around disconnection. And maybe the saddest part is not that dogs struggle with separation. Maybe it's that humans became so used to it. Because to a dog, leaving the pack every day and acting emotionally unaffected would always seem strange. And perhaps they are right. Perhaps humans didn't evolve to normalize emotional distance either. We just became better at pretending it doesn't hurt.